All right, so we're going to move to citizen participation. We do need to let you know that we are limiting citizen participation to 2 minutes per person. And then if you've got questions or comments after we move on from this section of the agenda, we will ask you to hold them until the meeting is adjourned. So are there outside Girl Scouts, you get your own time, so this wasn't your time just quite yet, but we're almost there. And we're excited to hear from you about other citizens that would like to address the park board. Yes.
So my question is, I have comments about each one of these, and so can I just wait until the appropriate thing is called?
We've got to change the rules because citizen participation needs to be limited to a certain section of the agenda, and it's not open then to continue discussion through all of the items. And unfortunately, we've allowed that to happen in the past, but it is kind of the practice for public meetings that that's how that works. That was under advisement that we made that change.
Okay, well, so for the rules of the park, there needs to be a rule about no smoking in parks. I did some research, and smoking is not safe for children or people who have, like asthma or COPD at any stage, even if it's outdoors. And then there has been fires at the parks where the fire department has not been called, where people have just been able to put out the fire themselves, but from cigarettes. And then we need to have a rule about not disturbing wildlife. There's been people who've been trying to kill squirrels in the parks. And also not chopping down trees. There's been a person who has been, he's about 12 years old and has been chopping down some trees in the parks. I also want to follow up about, there has been dumping at the community garden. People just throw trash out there. We need to get some no dumping signs, or we need to talk about that in a different conversation. And some of these people they've been also throwing out like yard waste, tree branches. That's not what the garden is intended for. And there is a substantial amount of tree branches that they've thrown out recently that I believe these were people who were contracted with the city to do some utility work or whatnot, but they just threw it all in the community garden. So, I do want to follow up about Tree City. I really want to do that. It would be a separate board. We wouldn't do it through the Parks Board. It's called a tree board. That's one of the requirements of having a Tree City USA or a Tree City department. And then also with the board vision, I did ask for these to be submitted to the website, but I don't remember them. It's been 2 months, I think, since I saw those. But so one thing I did mention is having, instead of just being board commissioner 1, 2, 3, 4, is having like maybe a role attached to them, like 1 for sustainability, 1 for, doesn't mean that the whole park can't, like other people, board members can't do different things, but at least it gives a little bit of focus and someone to talk to about that. And then what else? There are other things, but again, I wasn't planning on talking about this all at once. I thought I'd be able to talk about it. So I did talk to Shelley from the city council. I forget what her last name is, but she did say that agendas can be amended to have public comment both at the end and the beginning, because it doesn't make any sense for us to only talk at the beginning, not hear anything that's been said, and then not be able to talk again for another month or give comment for another month at a meeting. So she said that's something that can happen. That's how I've seen it at other cities, is there's 2 sections of public comment. Are we done? I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay, we will end citizen participation. And I get a motion to approve the minutes of the February 11th meeting. Motion to approve minutes.
I'll second.
Moved in second. Quite frankly, you 2 are the only ones that can vote on it.
Oh,
Jackie and I weren't here. So
I read it.
you have to be at the meeting to know if they accurately reflected it. So
No, I already asked.
there you go. Moved in second. Any issues or comments on the agenda, the meeting minutes? Okay, without objection, we will approve the minutes and move on to information items. And we get to hear from the Girl Scouts on different.
Mrs. Starr and Miss K.
Yes.
So the girls they put together a little presentation. They would like to ask you for your permission to play something at a park. And
Do you want
so if we just need to turn down the lights a little bit. So I'll let them present. Well, there you go. Go. So Riley, go ahead. Okay.
Why is the important to us? Where do we want to post again? Who are we? We are Girl Scouts of Cheney Troop 339. We have been together for 2 years. Some of us have been doing Girl Scouts for 5 years. Our troop likes to do field trips, go camping, sell cookies, earn badges. Most importantly, eat cookies, meet with the CEO of Girl Scouts, have adventures, and help our community by keeping the earth clean and helping people. We help Tony with the Golden Woman Pet Pantry by distributing pet food and children. Why are we here? We want to ask you if we can set up a dog and cat food pet pantry consumer. We would like to know when we can begin setting up the pet pantry open and open to the public. This is a project for our community done by the Girl Scouts. We are earning community service hours by helping Tony from the Golden Moon Pet Pantry, packing and distributing dog food and cat food to those who are in need in this community. Upon completing this project, we will earn the Bronze Award along with the patch to put on our necks. What do we want to do? We want to help the people who maybe don't have the money to buy dog and cat food for their pets. We want to put a food pet pantry at the dog park in Cheney. We want to help the people of the community to have access to free dog and cat food all the time.
Right.
Friday. What do we want to do?
Is that the next?
Okay. Maybe that's one down. That's the pantry could also hold and this would find itself in no first concept. How do we want to keep it going? This is a new project. It's going to take turns on looking in the pantry each week to keep it filled with supplies from Golden Moon's Pet Pantry in Brighton. Why this is important to us as Girl Scouts. This project is important for us Girl Scouts because we feel bad for the little animals that are out on the road. We want them to be happy and healthy in their homes with their families instead of sad, lonely, and sick on the streets. Thank you.
Okay, so first off, I have to say you all did a very beautiful job, and it's kind of always scary to get up in front of a bunch of people you don't know, but a bunch of grown-ups and talk. So thank you. You guys did an amazing
Thank
job.
you.
Are there any questions for the Girl Scouts?
I'm just wondering if that cupboard is going to be able to keep the bags dry.
Yes,
it
will.
The bags are all sealed, unless some one of them spontaneously could bust. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, good job.
How are you gonna maintain it during the seasons?
Girls who,
We're gonna each take turns, probably on Sundays or Saturdays, going to the pet food pantry and restocking it. That's what I did.
Mhm.
Yes.
So it has some kind of latch on it.
Yeah, the password. And it's an easy access, it's a double door and then there's the door latch, and we can lock it or unlock it anytime.
So our plan is for doing, actually with Tony's help, because Tony's gracious enough to be here, and Rosa, is to stock it with dog and cat food, but also people food too, because it's big enough. So we're able to do that. But that way, because of times are getting really tough, even right now with gas prices, people have to decide how are they gonna get to work or food. So by Tony helping us, hopefully with, as a team, Tony with the Golden Wings and the Girl Scouts, we can help our small little community with their pets and help them too.
And Dan, what do you need from us from the Parks Board in terms of blessing, and then what would next steps be for us to work with them to get this put in?
You know, so I didn't see, what does it look like? I
Do
probably missed that.
you want to put it back up?
Or is it like a homemade container?
It's a,
Real shed it looked like.
It's not a shed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, and you had
Yeah,
Like- rough dimensions?
Yeah.
she had.
yeah.
Okay.
So it is as tall as Savannah right here.
It's a phone, so then.
Yeah, yeah, it's tall as Savannah, she's right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
1.0 Savannah.
Mhm.
You know, to answer your question, I think, like last week when the people, or last month when they presented the mural project, it was nice to get a recommendation, like what the park board, as far as what you guys feel like this is something that you recommend moving forward on.
How do we need to make the movement?
That would be my recommendation.
How is this gonna be advertised?
So what we plan on doing is later on, once we're done selling cookies, because cookies are gonna start. Their other little part of their project is they have to make a flyer. They're gonna make a flyer and we're gonna be handing them out, but we'll be at the hardware store in Cheney, in Emery Heights, asking for donations and then passing out the flyers. But also every first Saturday of the month, we've been helping Tony pass out the free food, and the girls can also hand out those flyers. The girls have to make the flyers first. They have to get the okay from council. And then as soon as we get that okay, then we can start handing out the flyers. But we still have to make those. But we figured we've already got the pantry made. We just have to paint it. Just with your blessing, we would just like to get it going so we can start helping.
Did you have a time frame in mind for how long you anticipate this being out there? Is this in like
Forever.
perpetuity? Okay.
Yeah, and then once these girls are old enough, hopefully we can find a younger troop that we can pass it down, that they can take care of it. So,
It will be a continuous
Mhm.
line.
yes.
Are there other dog parks that have pantries in the area, or will this be?
I did not look. I've seen other pantries around town. I know in Spokane, there's a whole bunch of food pantries.
Yeah.
But we just figured because of Tony and collaborating with him, that it'd be a great place to put it with the dogs. That's where people can see it.
Do any of the other pantries have people food?
The pantries that we've seen, yes, they have food. And then Tony, on the pantries that we've gone and blessed, there was one in town out in the valley that we gave them dog food and cat food, so they just combined both food and people food and dog food and cat food.
We can just put like for the people food, we can just put the canned food so.
Yeah.
Easy for them to just go grab it.
It'd be
and
your
It's not gonna spoil or anything.
Yeah, it'd be your dry stuff, usually
Yes.
what you see in a pantry.
Well, right.
Yeah.
And then
We
for
are
the
friends
dog.
and supporters of the free pantries in Spokane. And they have nearly almost 100 of the same sort of things that they're talking about here.
Mhm.
And we are blessed to be able to put people's food in there as well. Because when I go to the surrounding food banks, they love what we're doing. And then when I leave, they leave us with people food. We were just down in Malden and helped feed 80 dogs and cats down there today. And they love what we're doing, and they gave us a lot of people food, and I think we take that piece of food and we give it to the Little Free Pantry in Spokane, but we're just very excited about our part, and hope that will work out.
So if we get public comment that the pantry is not being adequately like supplied, and they're saying, hey, city, when are you gonna,
Mhm.
when are you gonna resupply it? What should we say?
We can give you can have my number, you can have Tony's number, we'll be
You
there.
can reach out to
Yeah,
any of
I can give you,
us.
hey, there'll be 3 of us, 4 of us, how many you want.
Okay.
We'll be happy
We
to
have
be
our
there.
awesome parents too.
Yes. I have one
Help
that's,
us.
one that's down the
Or
street.
Moms will help us out.
Mhm.
And we communicate with Tony. And if
Yeah.
we run out, well, like we said, we will visit the pantry every Sunday or every other.
We just have to gauge
We just
it,
get-
how fast it goes, is the thing.
When it's July and August, are there some foods that spoil quickly or just maybe some things you don't put out for the heat?
It's just gonna be like the dry food that you usually see.
Yeah.
Cause I don't want to, have that issue of somebody having food poisoning or anything, so it's gonna be your dry stuff.
Sorry. You guys put signage on the little, cupboard so that they know it's who it's run by?
We will,
We will
yeah.
put that.
Mhm.
And that way they can, next time they reach out to Cheney, City of Cheney, if it's not stopped, they can reach out to the little house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
And we'll have on the food, which Tony's really good at, there'll be his labels on the food and the dog and cat food always in the pantry, and we can always leave, his card, so inside the door. And even my card or something, that way somebody can reach out, that way they're not bugging you.
And at least we're like keep updated if we needed to restock.
Mhm.
And like you said, we will try our best to make sure it's restocked. Every week.
Yeah,
Well, we'll
Yeah.
see.
very motivated.
Oh, okay, you'll go in there every day?
Yeah. Hey, Mindy, you heard that?
Oh, her mom will.
Tony, are you on social media?
Yeah, we have the website if we want.
Okay,
And we can
so,
advertise it on
Mhm.
Facebook too, because we have like our community Facebook
Yeah.
page, so we can advertise it on
Like I said,
Facebook.
we actually have mass recognition for the
Right.
names.
And I don't know if you've caught it, but I've posted like the last couple first Saturdays of every month, I post that we're down at Mart passing out free dog food and cat food. And we can do that again. We can let everybody know that it's there when it gets up and running.
Right. Have you reached out to the food bank downstairs at the building?
No, we have not. Mm-mm.
In the past, we have donated many hundreds of pounds of dog and cat food to Cleveland here, yes.
Cause I think like, maybe if you kept them in the loop. Like if they ran out.
Yes, we're running to try to keep up for sure.
Mhm.
The need is really great.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm probably not wondering it, but if someone were to grab some human food and be like, oh, I'm gonna feed this to my pet,
Mhm.
then we could like, instead of buying just random canned food, we could make sure that it's like dog and cat friendly.
Uh, with park board permissions so that we can release these lovely young ladies out to not have to sit here for the rest of the meeting. Should we go ahead and entertain a motion to approve the dog park food pantry?
So moved.
I'll second.
Been moved and second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, please work with Dan and he will help you guys get that all coordinated, but we're happy to partner with you guys and have you put this out at the dog park.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Glad you guys thought about it, so.
And I'll let you hold that real quick and we'll get out of your hair.
Okay.
And I'll let you keep that. Do you want to keep here?
Yes, I do. I think.
Did you get the cord around the top?
Well, I did. I thought you did a lot. You're in now.
Here's Tony's card.
All right.
Alright, I apologize.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
You have the rest of the right up.
Oh, great.
Hopefully I have answers.
Okay, Dan, I think you're next with the recreation supervisor position.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Okay, so. Sadly, Kelly's last day was yesterday.
Oh, gosh. There's another group that, there's another Girl Scout, Girl Scout troop, I think.
Hi there, is there an additional?
Oh, so that's interesting. She invited us here to do a presentation as well.
Oh, okay, well, welcome. We actually had you guys on the agenda last month, and this month too, because there was some miscommunication, I think, but we're happy to have you.
Great, come on.
And do you guys need anything like?
She can't record.
Okay.
But I have like a.
Do you want to use that, the projector? No.
We're already way.
That's okay, honey, it's easy to do for you. We'll just plug in again.
Yeah.
I do have an HDMI cord though.
That's good. For Brett second. Sorry.
Yes. All the yeah. When you look at the people, but or think about. It's not necessarily built out. And that's a very band. What? Okay.
Are you talking to Kelly about like a action item tonight?
Not necessarily, I just know at the last meeting, you guys were like, can you update us to the next meeting, how stuff going, so I don't have to like it long at all, I just want to be like. We're
Do
still-
you guys want, would it be good to go out of order?
So my name is Lola. And we are two creatures we nine and we want to make some changes to your prep. Basically. Our mission to accomplish is to make the park a little bit better for the dogs and people and to have to like bring the community together basically. This is the dog park from a few months ago. It's not a recent photo, and this is the dog park how I want to look with the trees and grass and the most important part about the dogs basically. I want to plant some trees for some natural shades for the dogs, so people don't get too overheated, the dogs have this to sit basically to lay under the shade. Beaches are dog friendly. Where basically trees to play it and we will try this conservation to find the best tree to plant. We are gonna try to plant fake, we are gonna plant fake grass with low water conditions. So we don't have to water it almost every day. I will be trying to fix the potholes, rocks, clean it up so people don't trip and so it works a lot neater. So basically, this is a summary of what I'm trying to do. I will be doing this around the plant time for the trees and grass will be like fall. I'll do up this, I'll do up there. We will be trying to organize a Cheney cleanup day. So the community can come together and help pick up the park and keep it maintained. And that's basically some of the parts. And we should consider the middle part as no rest areas. I would like to fix this problem by adding at least 2 benches to the earth. Adding benches would provide comfort for everyone, children, adults, elderly, accessibility, people with mobility issues, would use of parking lot. Adding some benches would boost the general happiness in the community and people return to the dog park. Our budget is $1,500 to install 2 benches. We're going to try and earn the money through cookie season and other fundraising activities. I plan to have this finished by October 20th. Some additional items we might try to add are storage for poop bags, some toys, a ball tip, a community message board, and involve the community to bring in the dog park. Do you guys have any questions?
This is wonderful. You guys are so awesome. So, I think, do we have 1 bench? Already,
1 bench for the Boy Scouts.
under the gazebo, so you were thinking 2 more, and you were gonna.
Yeah.
Strategically place it somewhere, right? So, okay, that sounds great. Now, I noticed that in your presentation that you talked about ground cover. So what were you kind of thinking as far as the ground cover?
We were gonna think grass, grass off of.
And so how are you gonna do that?
Through seeding in the fall. We understand the issue with no water access to the dog park. We have an idea, another proposal for that, but I don't believe that it is with your parks department, it would be for city council and water department. Because you guys are doing irrigation plans for all your parks and grounds, so it would be easy to tap off of your existing plans to do that, but that's not part of this project.
Oh, so that's way
That's,
future.
yeah, that's a future.
Okay.
And that is a lot of work, and I know you guys have a big issue with that. But we did explore that. But I think with these girls at the age that they're at, they're just not quite there.
Okay.
With amending a already approved city watering plan.
Yeah.
Maybe, but
So you're talking about going in and cleaning up the rocks, filling in the holes. Perfect. And you're doing the benches. But is it all of you were working on?
We both need 50 hours because this is for our summer project.
Okay.
So if I do some stuff for her, it would go towards me and daughter.
Okay. And then would you like be the ones who get the community together to come and
Yes.
help? And that was awesome. What a great project. I'm in.
Would you want to build the bench, have somebody build the benches or purchase them?
Some of them.
Putting and something with the bench.
Mr. Chairman, answer to that.
Yes. It is $500 for each bench, and around that one to find use the rest money to use concrete benches. And some people don't seal up.
And Dan, does it matter where they put them? I mean, does that matter or?
So would your intention be to come back and show us like a location and work with the city to on that final location? And another thing is Matt here, Matt is he's our park maintenance person that's designated to doing that, so I'm sure Matt would be looking forward to being involved in that too.
Okay, so again, I want to ask permission to go out of order and ask for a motion to approve this stuff.
I'm so. I'm back in.
Moved and seconded, all those in favor?
Hi.
Opposed? Okay, please work with me, and get it moving forward.
He agreed, you wanted it too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, you guys are, yeah.
Thanks, Jake. Thank you.
You.
And show us your plans.
Okay.
Now you should all get ice cream. That's far.
Thank you.
I'll get that.
Melissa, can I get yours? Whoa. We've been working with Kelly, is that?
Oh.
Thank you.
You guys have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll go link to it right now.
Awesome. Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts, yay. Very cool.
They're excited.
When are we selling cookies?
We pick them up on Sunday, and so you'll start seeing us, what's up, the 27th? So we pick them Sunday, so we have a whole week, and then that Friday we hit. Yeah, so you'll see us.
A lot of money and girls, way too much.
Good. Well,
I forgot the day I pre-ordered. Still buying it. Only my snowboard. I usually go to a playwright at one of each. Especially when they have to do, you know, doing. They had like a little drive.
Do you have a presentation too?
That's right there. They were right there. And just like tap your card and it.
Come on, make it work. Make yourself comfortable. All right. Okay, Dan, now we'll go back to the previously started discussion or recreation.
Okay, so sadly Kelly's last day was yesterday, and so with the vacant youth sports position. So we have, because of our budget, we'll have one other full-time staff in lieu of Ethan and Kelly. So the position will be a little bit of a combination of both duties. And so the new person the position was advertised on Monday, would be overseeing youth sports, childcare, and community programming. And so Ethan, with his job when he was here in that position, was to do youth sports and the aquatic center. So the missing piece from the aquatic center will be taken on by staff and that's to the extent that we can. And then our goal is to add an additional position as we build up our funding to kind of help with the gaps. Leslie's got like tons of stuff going on right now.
Like, how are you gonna survive with only one new position?
Well,
That sounds like such a lot of work for one person.
Well, so, we're really just replacing Kelly, because we knew we weren't gonna be replacing the youth sports position, so really,
Oh, so-
yeah, so we've been kind of taking on that with person's like duties, like with youth sports, and so we've been doing that for the last 6 months or so. So, that part's not as bad, but, you know, you lose like institutional knowledge, you know, with someone like Kelly being there.
Right. Oh.
You know, you have stuff like just now what just happened, like, oh, hey. So, yeah, does anybody have any questions about the position?
Well, and I guess since you've got a pool manager, can you hire them earlier?
Well, he's working right now.
Yeah, So he can
Yes.
do all that other stuff,
Yes,
right?
he is doing the heavy lifting by far. We actually,
Okay.
we meet weekly with him. We started last week, so we just had a meeting this morning, and so we're starting to get our ducks in a row. So, yeah, very, very thankful to have him back.
Yeah. With all the stuff that has to be done, huh?
Yeah.
So it just posted, so when is it closing? When might you have?
So we were hoping that it would have been posted like when Kelly, like several weeks ago, but
Would you turn
unfortunately.
to notice it?
So, but yeah, and so I believe it's posted for 3 weeks. So
You guys have a lot of work for the next 3 weeks.
you guys want to come hang out and help us? You're welcome.
I understand. Oh, gosh, that's tough.
Any other questions on that one? We'll move to the aquatics update.
Okay, so we have 55 family passes sold, 13 season passes, which is, kind of lopsided. We thought you'd have more season passes, the individual season passes than family passes, but that's exciting too, though. And we have 45 lifeguard applications and 7 head guard applications and 25 hospitality worker. So we have between the aquatic center and summer camp. And I think we've had like 75 interviews. Like we've just been interviewing. Every time we interview somebody, we get a new application.
Oh my.
So
It's a good problem to have.
yes, it is. It does just keep like, that's what we do. We're like professional interviewers now. But the other one thing I will mention about the recreation supervisor position is kind of unique to me is that we're starting to see like totally AI generated applications. So like they're literally just hitting like, hey, fill this application out for me. And then like it's
Really?
yeah, so anyway, it adds an interesting element. So, but that's my update on the aquatic center, unless anybody has any specific questions, happy to.
How many lifeguards are you trying to hire?
45. And at least 5 of those are gonna be mostly what we would consider like sort of like a role player, like a bench player, just like a substitution. And then as we fizzle out towards the end of the summer, people are going back to college, so they can start getting more and more experience.
You know, being a lifeguard is hard because you have to work every day and they can't go up to Silverwood with their buddies. And so if you have extras that are willing to do that, that's great. 45. I mean, look at that.
Well,
That's
we gotta hire them too, but like a lot of these kids are,
Is there training for them?
yeah, so a lot of them
Is
are
that-
doing it right now.
Okay, will there be another one obviously before the pool open?
Yeah, so Eastern was only planning on doing one and that's going on right now, but they must be getting so much interest that they've actually decided to do another one. And then Airway Heights Aquatic Center is doing them every month. So I think.
and I'm doing one this weekend at
Oh,
Airway.
okay, well, I think we're helping like a cottage industry
Yeah.
and lifeguard training right now by having the pool open, so.
Is there a fee for those classes?
Yeah, and that's the thing, it's a lot of investment for these youngsters, it's like roughly $250, depending on where you take it. And so it takes them a while, there's some skin. in the
Money
game.
back.
Yeah.
Park rules.
Okay, so this is the actual rules that we had that were adopted apparently in 1999. And then this is speaking of ChatGPT, can you give us some suggestions of what our park rules should look like? So here are some suggested updates according to ChatGPT that are actually seem to be pretty accurate, and they take it by extracting what other park rules are.
That's funny. Well, pretty sad.
Sure.
House that was gonna put these out.
So you mentioned like, so there were some mentions of like smoking, vaping, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Protection of park property. So
Where's
I'm
that?
sure this isn't all encompassing, but
Oh, right here.
some good things to think about.
Yeah. Oh, but is it saying?
Do you
Oh,
look
prohibited,
at,
okay.
That's probably what she.
do you Spokane, Valley, Knife, or that far down the road?
No, this was literally saved by GPT.
Take these under advisement and make very big additional suggestions.
Yeah.
Okay, additional questions or comments on the rules?
Oh, I have one question about the pool. Did you find somebody to do the swim team?
So we have, some of our lifeguards are so incredibly talented. One of them is a swimmer at the University of Idaho. And, Lauren Howe.
Yeah.
And so, our plan is to have the staff do it while they're already kind of there anyway.
Yeah.
So that's what we're thinking right now.
Oh, sorry, one more question. So, as far as the, family pass, are you going by who's all living in the same house? Is that considered a family? A family of four,
Up to 5.
or up to 5 living in the same house?
So, yes, essentially, yeah, so when they call the register, we're taking the 5 people's names at that time. And, we're not doing like a intrusive investigation or anything,
Okay.
you know,
So it's like 2 adults and
to leave,
2 adults, 3 kids.
or 1 adult and 4 kids.
Oh.
Well, at least 1 person 18 or over.
Just have to be one adult.
I was like, also have a pass. Oh, no, I was like, wait, how did they do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm like, wait a minute, I was like,
And you can add too.
I think they did, yeah. So, they had to have, I'm sure they did.
Good question. Our board mission, I know Kelly did send out the survey results and I will admit my work has blown up, so I haven't had my time to put together some goals, but if folks have things to put together, I will welcome them or email them to me or you can do that too.
I wondered if we could have a separate little committee to just kind of brainstorm those kinds of things to present at the next meeting or the meeting. I don't know when. I'd be happy to add that. Because I did go through the survey results and some of them I was like, really? But I think it's important, you know, and there are lots of things that come back time and again. And so that's what the community is asking for. So I think it would be a good idea to form a little committee, maybe just 2 or 3 people and write out the, you know, the main things and where that could happen. And then we'll bring it back and find out what budget is going to fund those projects.
I think part of it too is we don't necessarily even have to have the budget, we can set the goal. And then we can figure that out, because we may be able to use grant eligibility and
Sure.
some of those things, but I'd like us to think a little bit, so. Anyone have any issues with Jackie kind of helping us spearhead that, and we can all just contribute even by email a little bit now.
Sure, I can help. Okay.
Great.
Want some help? I'll help you.
Okay,
Strategic planning, survey stuff, been there, done that. So.
okay. And what's your name?
Macy, Macey. My last name is Fredenberg, it's all E's, Fredenberg.
Macy's also the owner of the craft cover, so downtown. So,
Okay.
Like, right there.
yeah,
Gotcha.
so my sense of direction.
And Macy, what's your phone?
907,
I started to write 509, so I need.
the word, 907-957-1607.
Would that include the community garden? Because people are staying out there well past 10.
I, you know, what.
Way past them.
They do.
Oh, wait, no.
I
mean,
mean, I was watching his
Okay, I was
calendar.
like, wait, well, I don't know. What's the
Yeah.
And so can that be included?
I don't.
So is all of this included in the community garden too? Is it cool?
Okay, thank you, I appreciate that. Board of Youth Commissioners.
Okay, so, Councilmember Long looked through the Cheney Municipal Code, and it mentions that there's a Board of Youth Commissioners, which used to be an active body of youth, that were actively involved, similar to like some of these community groups that are doing projects. And it's something that we're supposed to be doing as a department is having, and I think it's a board of 13 youth. And so really the challenge is to try to see if we can get that reinvigorated, get that going again. And so the purpose of putting it on here is to start trying to resurrect that. But it is a really cool thing. It's good, like your key club type of kids and your overachievers that are looking to do good stuff, and then we can incorporate them into you know, what we're trying to do.
I remember they used to have.
Please.
Yeah,
Please.
not, it's not November.
Do you think they,
But this was the Pieces kids when Carrie Piece was on.
It's one of the.
Yeah, they were on the youth commission. I remember that.
If I remember, they came up with ideas, what they wanted to see in the parks, the skateboard.
Or
Yeah,
programming like dances or
Yeah.
nights or
Yeah.
things like that.
yeah, they were trying to come up with ideas.
Totally have them help clean up the park.
Yeah.
Well,
They did, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
You guys have all met Matt, right? Yes, okay.
Or,
no, absolutely, yeah. Are they gonna
because
take people in the park? Is my park rules, probably going back to it, like, if you see somebody not cleaning up after themselves, what is their consequence? On here, that they are removed from the parks, but they could maybe not be removed from the parks.
So I think we can reprime it some.
No, I mean, it's on the old one too, though, but it's like. Just forgive me, thinking of. Like, the park. Like, how do you force? the park?
Enforcement is, yeah.
speaking as the guy that actually does the maintenance on all the parks, it is almost impossible. Because we have 13 parks and one person really taking care of them.
You know, Clifford Park over by mine, and you guys put the playground, and we moved it over there. It was dark, and I was walking my dog back, and I heard these kids up in there playing. And I heard one say, "Oh, no, look what's, we wrote," or something. I thought they said I wrote it. Or they wrote it, right? And I got really mad. I'm like, that is a brand new toy, and you guys are ruining it. They're like, no, we didn't write on it. I said, you better not be, because I will come after you. And after I walked away, it dawned on me that it's an old playground equipment. And so I think it was already written on, so I scared some kids that way.
Well, that's what they want.
Or they went back, and they went back over it in bigger Sharpies. It's just.
I felt so bad.
Don't worry, I'll check it tomorrow.
We will start looking for people to draft.
Yeah, so you guys recommend that we just keep this as an ongoing item until we.
Can we staff
It might take a second. We might need this new person to help us with this too, so.
But they have their own meetings.
You know what, I gotta go in there. There's pretty specific, like. Language about what they're supposed to be doing, and I'm not super familiar with it right now.
And is it just for parks or is it for the entire city?
So I think that they go and like get like, you have to go to the city council and like. As an informational item, have them be recognized as like a formal, you know, committee. And so I think that they're really just doing this department. But I don't know if that answers your question, but really just trying to do.
Yeah, it seems kind of odd to me that it would just be for the parks department. I would think that you would want this kind of involvement that could reach into all the areas of the city. So it would make sense for that youth commission to be a citywide youth commission.
I think it was. I think it was years ago.
I'll talk to the councilwoman. Let's see if we can get them on.
We could ask Todd. Todd might remember.
All I know is when my son was on it, it was just for the park.
Yeah, it was. I do remember it just being under
Yeah.
our purview.
Yeah.
As the parks board.
I don't know if it, yeah, I thought Rebecca said it was citywide. Now you're making.
I worked in that commission. Tree City.
So, the last update that I have for Tree City was they reached out to us and said, hey, but your application is started and installed. And we replied, well, one of Shelby, our previous, commissioner is no longer with us. And so we asked in 2 follow-up email, how can we get going? How can we resurrect this? And I think I copied you on the last one, Chris.
You know what? It's so weird because we talked about it and then I never got anything else. I was wondering what.
I think I went in after I saw you on the parking lot and I replied.
Oh, yeah, that,
Yeah,
yeah.
but then I never heard it.
That I work on.
Yeah,
it.
then I haven't heard anything, so
Okay.
I'm not
Well,
sure.
Maybe our community member here has some information about that.
So about the Tree City USA. So basically what needs to happen is you have to have, there's 4 elements to it. So you have to have either a tree board or a tree department within your city. You have to have $2 per capita, and I didn't know if they meant per capita, meant per tree or per person, so I didn't know. But anyways, per capita of funding, and so funding can also be volunteer hours. It doesn't have to be actual dollar amounts. And then the other factor is you have to have and I want this anyways, is an Arbor Day celebration. I think it'd be a fun way. You could partner up with Eastern and do in like the Cheney Public Schools, or even and do like a whole like little festival or something. I think it'd be super fun. Lots of schools. I was involved in my school's planning of Earth Week before. And so that was one. And then the other one, the last element confused me, and so I'd have to go back and look at it, but it had something to do with maintaining the, I don't know.
I got a proclamation from the city that said that they recognize it. We got the date set aside. I remember that from Shelley's notification. So, and she would even thought we could partner with Turnbull and do an event with them to meet that festival event.
So one question for you. You said that, I'm sorry, what was the lady's name who just,
Shelby.
no, who quit her job?
Oh.
Kelly? Okay. So you said she did community events as well?
She did, she like was really interested in, like, we have a couple of community events like Trick or Treat Trail and
Yeah.
Touch a truck.
Touch a Truck.
So like for an Arbor Day celebration, would that be something else we're stacking on a slim position? Like, or would that be like a city?
Like an Arbor Day thing, I think that would be like our whole department would get behind that.
Okay.
and divide and conquer.
Okay, so I just didn't know if that would be like another thing.
So I guess we will wait till we hear back from the Arbor Day Foundation. I mean, I'm stuck. They're going. Any other information?
Yes. Sierra, you snuck in. I was like, where is Sierra?
So obviously, Alyssa reached out to you. Was supposed to put on this whole presentation, but she ended up not being able to make it tonight. So all we wanted to do is really update you. This is still going on. We've been meeting with the high schoolers every week on Mondays, and they're all excited about the mural. I don't have a fancy laptop or projector or anything, but I can pass around my phone if you guys want to look at
Wow.
what the idea for the mural is going to
So that's the
be.
concept.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And remind us again where it's going.
At the Veterans Memorial Park bathroom.
Okay.
Yes,
Like-
yes.
Like right across.
And like out on the outside or the inside?
The outside, yes, yeah.
And that's kind of this is kind of the picture, sorry, I'm helping with this, that's why I'm actually. That's kind of the concept for the back, if there's enough time and energy to do, like wrap it all the way around, then it kind of extends from that, so it carries on like one side, more like kind of outdoors or like more like.
See, and then,
So beautiful.
yeah, and then we're talking about getting donations and stuff, so all of the kids got super excited. We're like gonna talk to Ace and then their Home Depot, Lowe's. Obviously, I was like, let's try to keep it smaller, because right now we're on a time crunch. If you go and try to do Home Depot, they're gonna send you to all these different places to try to get $100. So it's like, okay, we're doing all of the donations, get the supplies for it, so it's all covered. If we need to, we do have money, but if we can keep it free, that'd be kind of cool. So yeah, that was just my update. I wanted to tell you guys. Any questions?
Well, do we need to go to Ace and say, well, buy her stuff if they'll support you? They're great.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. I get most of my paint, my supplies for my business from him. So
good.
he custom orders everything, and he got my brushes in there. So he's amazing.
Are you still trying to have this completed by Mayfest? Is that?
Yeah. So
Wow, yeah.
they get out my
Ambitious.
yes.
Well, the
if
actual
it
painting
was-
timeline isn't too bad.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, and the other,
So-
there's two things kind of contingent upon being able to paint. One of them is getting the bathrooms pressure wash, and we want to see if the fire department, we want to see if the fire department will open up their giant pressure hoses, because it's right across the street. And I think it'd be really fun to watch them power wash it. If not, yeah,
Oh,
I know that's the thing, so that's kind of it, because if we can get it pressure washed, then that would, it wouldn't take very long, but also like the fire department might have fun if they have to do, I don't know, practice, whatever.
They need stuff to do.
They do, they clearly do. It'd be fun though, wouldn't it be fun? It's good practice for them.
The week of April 3rd.
we should start
Yeah.
paying as long as, you know, it's
Whether-
not raining
Yeah.
or stuff like
And
that.
that's for, and then for priming.
Yeah.
When is May? The,
May fifth
ideally in
is,
spring?
May ninth.
like, what's that? I don't know what those are. The paint sprayers?
So what are you gonna be paying?
Or is that
Like, right after school?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So if you wanna come and watch a little.
Well,
bit.
yeah.
May 10th is Mother's.
yeah, so, yes, May 9th.
Well, it sounds, Sarah, that Chief Oaks, you guys probably heard this too, that they want to do the mural on the police. building.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, okay, bud, cause we talked about it the other day, but I also said, that's great with the schools and everything, but I think they should start with like a decal or something. Like even the city logo or their logo on the cars that are like, that kids can draw. No, like the decals, like that kids draw to put on there kind of
Yeah.
thing, so they can put like as a sticker on the cars.
About that. I got
Yeah.
that as his
'Cause
idea.
Well, no, I said, it might be kind of weird to do, but he was like, no, I love it. It's like, okay,
That's his idea. He pitched that.
that's what happens when the police chief comes to the craft store.
Awesome.
So like.
That's all time.
No, on the cars, like, so the
Oh.
students can design a,
Oh, okay,
like, the
yeah,
students can design, like, redesign the logo or something, and then put that on the
Gotcha.
kitchen.
Yeah.
Because then it, especially if they're gonna be the ones that at the schools themselves, yeah.
painting the cars, that'd be,
Painting cars would be fun, but that's a lot more.
yeah. And someone that's wanting me to do that right now, a mural on their car, and I'm like, oh, I've painted windows on cars all the time, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm like the side of my car, and I was like, let me start practicing. Yeah.
Awesome.
But,
Things like that.
yeah, any other questions for that?
Okay, thanks for taking all that time.
Yeah. Yeah,
We appreciate it.
All right, that concludes our information items. I see no action items on the agenda. Advice? Yes, thank you.
Yes.
There was something. We're doing.
Let's have a discussion.
So our meeting for next month is.
Before your calendar says.
Yeah, it is scheduled for April 8th, which is the Wednesday of spring break.
It is, so. Tax day.
Oh.
My daughter's 21st birthday. this week.
Oh, my goodness.
So shall we look at moving our meeting to Wednesday, April 15th from the 8th? Any objections to doing so? Okay. Then we shall do that.
Do we need to post that on the website or something? If someone could, that just for April,
I'm sorry.
someone could post that.
Yeah, I'll talk to my secretary, she.
Just for April, that May will then go back to normal, right?
Thank you for reminding me of that. That takes care of that. All right, any board member reports?
I just have some questions for the aquatic center, but we don't all have to stay here to. I was just gonna talk to Chris about it, because last year, I had talked about getting the outlying elementary schools to come in by bus and involve their PTOs or whatever they have. And so, but as I got to thinking about it, there's a lot of logistics. And so we have to talk about numbers of kids, ages of kids, parent supervision, yada, yada. And that's more of just a aquatic center staff situation. So once I get that figured
Yeah,
out,
rule, they can't be in. And they're 12 without an adult, correct?
yes, even that'd be a grant for every elementary kid.
They'd have to.
But would every child need to have an adult? I mean, if let's say that we brought 100 kids and we brought 15 parents,
Would this be during like a normal?
normal swim day.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, one thing we could do potentially is, if someone would be willing, maybe to reach out to the school district and see how much it would cost for transportation.
Yeah,
We might be able to find, like a community supporter to help pay for the cost of that.
right. Well, I talked to Todd about that before the pool even was finished. And that's not the issue. My issue is numbers of kids and lifeguards and adult supervision.
Well, I'm hitting the max capacity. If they come in during when there's flip and swim, what happens if we hit?
And
Yeah.
maybe it would be neat to do it on one of those Saturday nights, like the special events, or maybe not Saturday, Friday week, but there's some built-in timeframes that would probably be better suited, like it might almost be like a private,
That's what I'm.
we could find a community sport to.
I would think looking for that.
Yeah, I think it just, because what happens if you hit capacity and then there's some people that couldn't get in?
Only 50 out of 100 can get in.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's why I'm thinking private. And then I bet parents would come and with their kids, which that would be awesome.
Plus, see, then the school district can provide their food, their lunches.
Yeah. Or if it was a.
Yeah,
Because
but
when
If
you
you're
open,
doing-
it's
if you're
like.
doing- if you're doing- be able to.
no, that's true. No, unless they save their lunch until.
Because do you have stuff going on in the morning and on Saturdays at the pool? When does swim lessons start? Are you doing, no, you're not doing swim lessons on Saturday.
21st, yeah, so then the Saturday that will be like 26th. We were just talking about today about doing some limited swim lessons on Saturdays. And some private lessons, but not a lot of group lessons.
So would the group lessons be like in 8 Saturdays?
Yes,
Yeah, so.
that'd be,
When does the pool open?
June 17th,
Oh, after school.
the day
Yeah.
that school gets out, they just.
So, cause then it would be nice to do it before school gets out for the special events, because then the school,
That's true.
It's a
That's a
school
good
trip.
idea.
Before,
before school's out,
well, so like our first
like they can do
We
that
have
one
one
after school one day.
Sunday, June 14th, before it opens, we have a special event for vets and Salmave. And so we could do something, we could
So
do,
like the outlying ones, if they wanted to do an event.
Yeah, we could
that
bring wind,
last week of
snow,
school.
and sunset.
Yep, like the last week of school for them, if they wanted a special thing.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Do you want me to look into that instead? And I'll,
Cause at that point, hopefully these have just about everything.
We have to, like, we'd like to do this on a day when we're doing like an all lifeguard staff training, so that we can,
Yep.
sort of merge the two together.
okay, why don't I make an appointment to just come and visit with you
Okay.
about this, and then, because I think we can get the buses for free, just the drivers will need to be paid. That's what Todd alluded to, well, as we go the price of gas and don't know if we can do. But, and I wouldn't doubt a bit, but what the Cheney Credit Union would pay for it. They love stuff.
Also, it's just a really fun pool, they're excited for it.
Thanks.
Okay,
Any other board member reports? Jake, do you have anything?
Alas, I do not.
Hold on. Sorry, Jake. Can you hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, let me turn it up a little bit though.
Okay. No, I don't have anything.
Oh, you tricked us.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for being there though.
Yeah, thanks, Jake. Appreciate that.
Go back.
Happy to be here.
All right, staff reports. No.
small staffers.
Yeah. Oh, right. All right, then without objection, we stand adjourned. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you on the 15th. Tax day.
Thank you. See you, Jake. See you, Giovanni.
Exactly.
You wanna make some notes on this? Let's go in.
Did we get a
Yes, I
tree?
was.
No, they were-
So.
Yeah,
Thanks for that warning.
Yeah.